How you going? This is Raymond Foster. I hope you have a great day. Generally, the idea is, and they say that it's been proven with studies and whatnot, that say once you get to around the age of 25, then from that point onwards, from 25 onwards, your IQ will decrease, your strength, just generally, physically, genetically, everything about you will start to decrease and become worse or less. Personally, I know this isn't true, okay? I've got more energy now. I'm 29, okay? I'm a 29-year-old turning 30 this year in August 15th, if you want to say happy birthday. As a 29-year-old turning 30, I have more energy now than I did as a child. So what's this nonsense about you decrease, you start to be weaker physically, like your hair, you'll start to go bald and all this, no. I've got more energy now that I'm turning 30 than when I was turning 10. So I think there's something wrong with you. Obviously, it's your own choices that you make as an individual. That's going to determine your overall health, the general trajectory of your life, the lifestyle, the habits that you take on, and most importantly, your mind state, your spirit, your soul, okay? Others were agreeing with me, and they were bringing up the point that it is a biological fact that you can actually increase the capacity of your brain. In fact, something I talk about a lot, I teach people, I have been educating folk, okay, in regards to neurobiology for quite a while now. Okay, I teach neurobiology to people. It's very important stuff. So instead of like people going to see a psychologist and getting on medication, sometimes they'll rather come see somebody like me. They learn about philosophy, theology, and neurobiology and diet. And then we can actually start changing the foods they eat, and you can eat certain foods which will make your brain regrow. The vast majority of people in the Western world today don't eat any foods that regrow their brain. So if you're not eating the foods that your brain is made out of, it makes perfect sense by the time you hit 25, you're going to start losing IQ. People get Alzheimer's, dementia, all right? They get dumber when they start having memory loss. You lose your eyesight, your hearing goes, you have less energy than when you were a child, right? These things, this declining in your health as you age, right? The reason you ain't running around like I am at 30, like I was when I was 10, and I feel like I've got more energy, and I can run around even more than a 10-year-old, all right? And when I'm 40, okay, it's going to be even more. I'm not going to be weaker. I'm not going to be slower. I'm not going to have less energy in 10 years' time. When I'm a 40-year-old, I'm going to have more energy. I'm going to get up earlier. I'm going to run around more. I'm not going to lose my energy and my vitality. No, because I know how to keep it and hold on to it. You see, again, the average person in the Western world, they don't even have the foods in their diet that makes your brain. You have to eat certain foods that your brain is actually physically made out of, right? So it's like building Lego. If you don't have the right blocks, you can't build that Lego house, mate. And your brain is made out of certain things, animal fat predominantly. So if you're not eating a high animal fat diet, high cholesterol, you can't regrow your brain. But if you actually have the material that your brain is made out of, you can regrow parts of your brain. You can increase the neural pathways. You can create new neural pathways if you want. You can actually reframe your brain, restructure your brain however you like, so that when you are 30, 40, 50 years old, you don't have any decline in IQ. You never get Alzheimer's. You never lose your memory. You shouldn't be. Again, I'm 30. I got more energy than when I was a 10-year-old. And I'm going to have more when I'm 40. Because it's about your diet, your lifestyle, and not being degenerate. Is it really true that we just naturally decline? We become dumber. People get dementia and Alzheimer's and memory loss like it's a normal thing? Or is that a type of brain damage and physical disease which makes people feel weaker and, you know, they lose their vitality, their life, their spirit? I think the latter is closer to the truth, to be honest. And I would say, and I would suggest that the reason why this lie is promoted in the Western world is specifically to harm Western folk as they age. So instead of having us working out, being healthy in the park, so when we're 90, we're fitter than we were when we were 40, like in Asia, in some places, right? Places like China and whatnot. It's literally the case. You can just Google it yourself. Instead, in Western nations, we have the highest rates of Alzheimer's, dementia, very declining health as people get older. And I would suggest that this is due to anti-whiteism, anti-white narrative. You see, in places like Asia and China, they're taught to stay healthy, exercise at the park, even if you're old. We're taught, oh, just don't worry, give up, because you're just going to get dementia anyway. Doesn't matter what you do. You might as well just accept it and be feeble and old and lose your energy, lose your intelligence, lose your physical capabilities. So I think it's the story people are being told, and then the life they're deciding to live because of that story that they believe.